First off, welcome to San Diego. I know you guys have probably been here many times. But what's it like, compared in San Diego and any other city, aside from the beautiful weather? No, I'm saying, don't mean to brag.
It is beautiful weather today, especially, right? Well, for us, I think San Diego is a special place. A lot of tours usually either start near here or end here, and we're like, this is our second to last show, so this is like a party for us. So like tonight, a lot of our friends are coming out, a lot of familiar faces in the audience, and the shows are always really fun here. So we've been on tour now for like 38, 39 shows. It's been a long one, but it flew by, and we're going to be sad to see it end, but we're going to start something up probably in the fall.
What are you guys going to do when you guys get a little bit of rest on your hands? What's the first thing you guys are going to do?
First thing?
First thing, or maybe the second thing. I mean, whatever your desires.
You say rest?
Rest. And that means not working.
You should ask guys.
The first thing we're going to do.
You don't rest?
I'm going to be, I don't know what to say.
It's okay.
You can say it, son.
I'm gonna be in the hospital.
Hospital?
Yeah, and rest.
Okay. I hope you have a great rest in the hospital.
It's not drug related.
Thank you for putting it out there. What about you guys?
Just telling me the truth.
Well, I think we're just gonna get away. Like me, Jack, and Cole, we have some downtime, so we're gonna try to get some beach time in. I think we're gonna go to Mexico. We have like a week-ish off. And then, for us, we don't need a lot of time off. We kind of go crazy if we have too much time off. We want to play more shows. Like, we have days off on this tour, and we'll, look at each other and be like, is it over? Can we go on stage now? I think you thrive off of it. This is what we love to do. It's a dream come true. So, like anything that you're passionate about, it's fun. It's not really work.
That's a good answer right there. I like that. Now,
pay me a lot to say that.
There you go. I like that. All right, now, what can people expect for those that don't know? What's a Dnce show like?
You ever seen Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, or like a Kurt Russell movie?
Yeah.
Or like a Keanu Reeves movie?
Yeah.
All right, so it's basically like one of those movies where you have to keep your adrenaline going, or like a bus is gonna explode. It's like acrobatic and gymnastic and like martial arts and like a karate movie and a ballet recital all at once.
Wow. Well, hold on.
I've had too much coffee.
It's okay. Is that a Casio?
Yeah, this is a Casio Joe gave me. He found it under the seat of his car.
Is it waterproof?
It's everything in the universe proof, son.
It's so proof it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That is so sick.
It's time proof.
That's awesome. This is my iWatch.
John.
But I'll be honest with you, it is fake, so it's not real gold. Is that okay? You guys are not judging me, right?
No.
We would have known. I would have not known the difference.
All right, that's our
Who
secret,
cares?
right? Don't say anything.
Material things don't matter.
Now, Toothbrush. The way I see Toothbrush, and I want to run it through you guys, it's no longer Netflix and chill when you leave the toothbrush. Is that true? Yes or no?
Well, look, I think it's a pretty big step in any relationship when you decide to start leaving some certain things at people's places, right? You don't, it could be a hoodie,
Chainsaw.
could be a Full House box DVD set, or a toothbrush.
I like that. And how did it come together? How did that song come together?
We were trying to, I think when we wrote the EP, we were trying to beat Cake by the Ocean. It was one of those songs that we were so proud of, but we also said, okay, this is the first song that we wrote, so let's try to write some other songs and see what happens. And we just couldn't quite get the rhythm of getting anything that we were would beat Cake. So Cake came first, and then Toothbrush was the perfect follow-up. And although it's another quirky kind of lyric, for us, it has a kind of deeper meaning, and I think the video kind of represents that.
And then is it tough to kind of, with such a massive hit with Cake by the Ocean, is it tough to say, how are we going to top this, or was it easier? Was it harder? Was there more pressure?
I think one of the cool and probably wrong things about Dnce is we made an agreement really early on to not overthink anything and kind of be free spirits and live and every day do everything we can to be an awesome band, but not get caught up in expectations or pressure or anything. And I think that's the reason why Janet Jackson is here today.
That's what's up. And I love how you guys are so, lighthearted, chill, kind. Usually sometimes when artists come, they're like, yeah, I'm here to do the interview. Are you guys like this,
we love
off
this.
the road? Or
Look at these,
awesome.
Look at these beautiful women up here. I mean, come on. This is the dream.
And don't make me jealous now, all right? All right, so I'm going to pass, the mic over to someone. Who wants to ask a question? Raise your hand. Come on, don't be shy, somebody. All right, there you go. I like that. What would you like to ask Dnce?
Is it on? Okay, there we go. With two previous members, one being from Semi-Precious Weapons, and obviously with your brother's band, how do you think that influences the group now?
It's a great question. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Cole was in a band. It's called Semi-Precious Weapons for a lot of years. And I was in a band called the Jonas Brothers for a long time. And, I think it's really great for us, in some ways, coming together and hitting a refresh button or a restart button for all of us. We take this as something brand new. And we all had the mentality going into this, like, we're going to be working really hard, no egos involved. And that can be a lot of bands when there's people that come from what they expect, which might be a big setting or a big arena or whatever. For us, we're like, we'll play any room. We've done like weird conference rooms to, big radio shows. And for us, we just get in the room and write songs with whatever feels natural to us. And luckily, we like a lot of the same stuff. So we all kind of agree on like funk music and disco, and that kind of blends us to create something that we've come up with. Thank you. Great question.
Yeah, that was a pretty good question.
you.
Give it up for her right there.
Yeah, baby.
Great.
Impressive. All right, now my next question I have to ask lovely Jinju right here.
Thank you.
I believe you're Korean, yes?
Yes.
Give it up for Jinju, Korean beautiful culture.
Thank you.
I visited Korea last year. I went to Busan, and I'm very fat, so I love Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
So this is one of a personal question I really wanted to ask you. Like,
Okay.
what is one of your favorite things at Korean barbecue?
Favorite thing?
Yes.
Well, they give you.
Huh? You mean our bus?
Oh, I actually have.
Is full of our entire bus. Like half of the bus is just piles of Korean food everywhere.
That is like heaven. That is a fat man's
Yeah,
heaven right there.
I had to.
My nipples are hard thinking about it. That's so weird. Better sit down.
I love Korean barbecue. If you guys have never had it, I highly recommend it because you can cook, on your table, and they give you a lot of different side dish and bean soup, kimchi soup, with
Like
rice,
galbi.
galbi, bulgogi. It's so good. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Yeah, kimchi, it's so good. Yeah.
Now my next question is, back to the entire group. What is the next big thing for DNC that we can be on the lookout for?
We are we're really excited that our full-length album comes out August 26th. And we've been working really hard.
Yeah.
And, we can't wait for the world to hear it and to be playing a bunch of new songs live for everyone around the universe.
When it comes to, especially with, such creative minds like you guys, do your minds sometimes when making the album, does it clash? And how do you guys deal with that? Like, yo, I think this is good. No, I think this is good. Blah.
I think, yeah, exactly.
That's that dynamic effect. Come on.
I think, maybe ask us album number 7. As of right now, it's just fun. We get in the studio and it's pretty easy for us to collaborate and come up with stuff, and it came together really fast because we weren't sure what we were creating at first. We were just making music, and we had about 10 to 15 songs, and then we said, okay, let's do an EP. So then we had a lot of time. There's the first, I think for a lot of us, we had a year to create an album. A lot of people have a few months or a month. And we were able to take our time to evolve. A lot of artists change overnight, over weeks. So we were able to create stuff that we were really proud of and fight for the songs that we want on the album and for the ones that we don't. So I think it's going to be something that's a good representation of who we are as a band.
I like it. That was a good answer right there, too. Man, you guys are prepared. Now, I know there's an answer on this on Wikipedia, but I'm curious to know, is the reason why it's DNC is because there's 4 of you?
It's on Wikipedia, yeah.
All right, just making sure. That's what I figured.
No, the reason, we, as Cole likes to say, we had a few too many juice boxes one day, and we were trying to
Apple Tree or Hawaiian Punch?
Hawaiian Punch, Capri Sun. So we were trying to come up with a band name, and actually just like the EP Sway, we didn't really know what the name was going to be for that the day before. So we kept trying to come up with a band name, and as you probably know, if you try to get a username on Instagram these days, it's probably going to be Steve Rocks at 1234578. So everything was taken, and we were, yeah, he's awesome. So everything's taken, and then we finally just had one too many juice boxes and misspelled dance, and we liked Dnce. We thought it was cool because it's not perfect, and we're not perfect, and we have fun, and we like to dance and have a good time.
I was hoping it'd be like, oh, we needed an A, and we haven't found the A member yet, and I was hoping I could be that A for you, and because I can play the guitar very well, and I'd be like A for Plus Size Lavender, even though that doesn't really, but I'd be happy to be your A in your
I feel like I'm on a
DNC.
dating show, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to say yes, I pick you.
I never know. I'd love to have Korean barbecue on your guys' tour bus. But that's for another time. That's for another time. All right,
Get in line.
Fine. Who? Any questions from you guys? Anyone? Go ahead.
Going off her question, does it bother you guys to be asked of your previous bands?
Yeah, I mean, not really. We're really proud of where we come from, and I think we wouldn't be here today if we didn't do all that, and we learned so much about ourselves and about each other, and I think for all of us, we learn something new. We learn something new about each other every day. Like, I mean, we know everybody's dirty little secrets, but we still go like, oh, really? I didn't know you played that venue or whatever. Today we were driving by a venue. We've all played once before separately, So it's cool. I think it makes it unique and special. But like I said earlier, we treat this like something brand new as well, and we're on a journey together that feels like it's our first band.
Good question.
Give it up for Heidi for asking great questions. Jack, you seem a little shy over there. Is there anything you'd like to say, sir?
I'm the quiet one.
You're the quiet one?
Yeah. I just like kind of chill in the back and just get to laugh at these guys all day.
That's awesome.
Pretty
Right.
good deal.
I gotta ask, for you, what do you like to do on your spare time when you're not
My spare
DNCing
time?
it up?
Just hanging out on my couch, like just chilling.
Do you?
play that snake game that we play?
Yeah, we play.
What's
Joe
that
and I-
called?
Slither?
No Candy Crush?
Greg, what's that game called?
Slither?
Slither?
Yeah, we play
It's
Slither.
like a really fun game on the iPhone. Watch some soccer.
And we watch soccer. I'm trying to get Joe to come surf with me.
Yeah.
Are you a good surfer?
I'm not good, but I mean,
Look at him.
I
He
try.
looks like a surfer.
You look-
He literally
you
just
look-
got out of the water.
You look broed out, like you shred on the 8-foot board. You know what I'm saying? There you go. I like that. All right. Well, thank you. So, is there anything on Netflix that you enjoy watching?
Now we're talking.
I like House of Cards a lot.
I just got into that season. It's a dark show, but
It's
I like
dark,
that.
yeah. It's good.
What else? What are you guys watching on Netflix nowadays?
Does it have to be Netflix?
No, it doesn't. I mean, it could be
Are
HBO
you sponsored
Go.
by Netflix? This is the third time you said it.
I'm technically sponsored by Game of Thrones. All right.
Well, okay. Well, she's catching up, so don't say anything.
All right.
Don't.
No spoilers.
Game of Thrones is a big show. I think if you haven't watched it, Mr. Robot's amazing.
It's Robot.
Whoa, it's really good.
Baskets, anybody?
Baskets.
Not
Anybody?
One person? Baskets. Watch Baskets all day. FX is a brilliant show.
Since we're on the topic of spoiling, I wanted to run this by you guys too, because I know you guys are on the road. You love watching shows, and you can't. I know it's tough to catch up with everything. At what point, because I've gotten yelled at before, at what point is it okay to spoil something? Let's say like Game of Thrones drops Sunday, and I talk about it on Tuesday. Is that okay or no? I've crossed the danger zone.
I think it's okay.
It's okay.
As long as you keep it in the barrier. Like, I think if you're like, whoa, something crazy happens to Jon Snow, that's okay. But if you tell specifics of what's gonna happen, that kind of ruins it. Because what if you've been traveling, you TiVo it.
If you tell me who won a UFC fight that I didn't get a chance to watch, I'll twist your head off.
Sorry, I know that. I want to be friends, bro. I like that Casio watch. I want to be friends. All right. Well, any last questions from the crowd? Anyone? Don't be shy. They're very nice guys. Anyone? Go ahead.
Were you all friends before you started the band, or how did you all
Yeah.
get together?
So Juju and Jack, I've known for almost about 10 years. Jack used to play drums for me and my brothers, and we met him on Thanksgiving of 08.
06.
06, well.
Yeah, I
And
just
he-
showed up one day. And
yeah,
they
showed up, we're
they
looking for a
told me to
drummer.
leave.
Yeah, and then he stayed on the bus and never left. We were roommates for a while. And then Juju, we met kind of through another artist, Jordan Sparks, but she toured and opened up for the brothers as well, and we became friends through that, and we played together on and off. And Cole, we met through a mutual friend early last year, and it was a great connection. We hit it off, and it was smooth sailing.
A good answer right there too. Anyone else? Anyone else before we? There you go.
What was the inspiration behind Fighters, and what was the reason for that?
Yeah, sure. It's kind of a funny story, but we were having writer's block. We were working with some amazing writers and producers, and we just couldn't really figure out the right vibe. I think a lot of times when you go in the studio with somebody brand new, you're not sure what it's going to be like, and they might have an idea of what to create, and you're thinking something completely different. And we wrote like 2 or 3 songs that I just wasn't really that excited about, and we just one day just kind of got loose and had fun, and we were joking around, and they were telling a story about drinking Cake by the Ocean, and I was like, what? And then they explained it a few times. I think they messed up the drink Sex on the Beach with Cake by the Ocean. And so the story was kind of, for me, really funny, and we just started telling more stories and writing the song. We wrote the song in like 15, 20 minutes. We didn't really think about it. And afterwards, we were like, oh, this is kind of a cool song. So that was how it was created.
One thing I wanted to ask you guys, I know you guys have had success in the past and all that stuff, but what were you guys doing when you guys first DNCE on the radio? What were you doing, and what was that feeling like? Yo, that's us on the radio, killing it.
You know, actually, I have a good answer for this one. We were in New York City. We were playing like we rented out this or took over this basement bar, like kind of a little punk weird tiki bar, and we're doing like 5 shows a night. We would just play over and over again. Anyone could come that wanted to come, and we were outside, and the sun was going down, and Kate came on the radio for the first time that we ever heard it. We drove around in a convertible. They played it twice in a row, and we drove around the city and, you know, into Brooklyn, out of Brooklyn, back into Manhattan, and it was just like, I don't know. It felt like a movie. It was unbelievable. Like, we all were really emotional. I definitely cried. I think Joe cried. I think everybody cried. It was amazing. So that's that answer.
Did you two cry as well? Be honest, it's okay.
We were all crying like babies.
Oh, that is beautiful. All right, any last words before, you know, I know you guys are busy, you guys got stuff to do. Any last words?
Oh, wow, that sounds so dark.
From the king of the toothbrush.
Yeah, wow. I would say, you know, like, we're just so glad to hang out with you guys and get to know you, and thank you for playing the song, obviously. It's a Z90.
Our pleasure.
And hopefully we'll see you guys tonight. If not, we'll be back. I'm pretty sure we will be.
Give it up for DNCE!